Is there a pistol out there that you've wanted forever? It's been so hard to find or too expensive you couldn't get your hands on it? Well, welcome back to OG's Danger Show. So for years, I wanted a Heckler & Koch USP, especially in 45. I think I was in college. It was the early 90s when I first saw my first USP pistol in a gun store, North Hollywood, California. They were brand new to the market, and I thought, man, these are some really cool pistols. They had a lot of innovative features for the time. Maybe not so much anymore, but for the time, they were one of the first pistols to ever come with a rail underneath the dust cover. They had unique texturing to their grip, very aggressive texturing. They were known for being ridiculously reliable and durable, even when damaged. And of course, being a fan of the gigantic 45, I wanted my USP in 45 ACP. Now, I'd love to have a Mark 23, but for my purposes, I think a USP 45 is really just about all I would need. Allows me to actually carry the thing, whereas the Mark 23 would mostly be a bedside gun. The USP 45 is a 12+1 capacity firearm, so no slouch in the capacity department. They typically come as a double/single action pistol, and I believe HK has, I think, 17 different variants, where the decocker up here can be switched from one side to the other, lefties or righties, safety or decock, or both. I was able recently to find this USP for a really good deal online, so I couldn't pass up the purchase of the pistol. It was advertised as a variant 3, which means it's made for right-handed shooters. Normally the decocker would be mounted right there with no manual safety on this pistol. You can even see where the arced cutout is there for that decock lever. It was advertised as a variant 3. When I got it at my dealer, I realized very quickly, doing a quick little research, that this was a variant 2, which means the decocker is actually on the other side and includes a safety. I contacted the seller back east and explained this problem. The seller said he did not have any variant 3s. The box must have been mislabeled, as these are mostly police trade-ins. He offered to give me my money back and take the pistol back, but it was such a good deal and these are so hard to find. I thought for a few more dollars I can get the right plate and lever and install my own left side decock for this pistol. Now, it's no secret I'm a fan of the 45 caliber pistol. I know, 45 caliber AARP, I've heard all the old jokes, but you got to admit that big old 45 round is something to be feared. The variant 2 that came to me has the safety and fire mounted on the right side of the frame. It's usable for right-handed shooters, but it's certainly not designed that way and is not ideal. So I'll need to switch that lever over to a left-sided frame lever soon. Another thing I'm not crazy about is the safe feature. Snapped up like this is on safe, similar to a 1911. Snapped down like this is now on fire. So it's very intuitive for American shooters to reach down, grab your pistol out of the holster, snap the safety off in the down position. However, I'm not a fan of a lot of manual safeties. I prefer the heavy double action trigger pull of this pistol to be my only safety. In typical double action, single action design, this heavy first trigger pull is like a revolver, nice and long, heavy, deliberate trigger pull that is certainly not going to accidentally go off when you touch the trigger. After that, every one of your trigger pulls are nice and light, single action. The hammer is cocked, and you will be in single action mode. You can see up underneath the slide there an all steel hammer that is in the cocked position. When in the cocked position, the trigger returns back against the frame in a nice close location. In the double action mode, the trigger is actually quite a ways out there, and it has a very long trigger reach even for my big hands. I might be looking at getting the LEM law enforcement module trigger group for this, dropping it in myself, and then every single trigger pull is always the same trigger weight, much like any SIG or Glock. So you might be asking yourself, oh gee, how did you get screwed over? You ordered a variant 3, you got a variant 2, and you should have sent it back. Well, mind you, there are not very many variant 3s out there right now. That is the decock only feature for right-handed shooters, which is of course probably one of their most popular variants. The reason the box can be mislabeled is because this, I believe, is a police trade-in. The box it came in was not a typical commercial sales box. It was marked on the outside in gold marker as a variant 3. This is a 2006 manufacturer pistol. Believe it or not, the H&K USP is still Heckler & Koch's most popular sold pistol. Despite the design of the HK45, the VP90, and all of those newer polymer pistols, the USP45 still remains one of their top sellers. My theory is that the agency who originally owned this pistol, at the armorer's level, changed it from a right-handed shooter to a left-handed shooter in-house. The box it originally came with, which does match the serial number on this pistol, is marked as a variant 3. So this pistol, as you see it here, used to be a variant 3. One of the things about an HK pistol is they are very easy to reconfigure on your own at your kitchen table. With just a couple little tools in a few minutes, you can switch that lever from the left side to the right side for a right-handed shooter to a left-handed shooter. I have a feeling this is what was done in-house at some police agency. They received a right-handed pistol from the distributor. They needed a left-handed pistol for a certain officer or detective. The department armorer switched it for them, never switched it back, and when it was time to trade these pistols in, this variant 3 pistol that had been converted to variant 2 was dropped back in the box and shipped off to another distributor for resale to the commercial public. This pistol that I received was practically brand new. I would call it like new in box. It was advertised as new old stock because it was manufactured in 2006. But the wear here on the barrel hood when I received it was almost not even noticeable. I've ran a couple of magazines through it this morning, so you're starting to see a little more of the wear marks showing up there, but it still had factory heavy grease on the barrel and internal parts. I have a feeling this pistol was reconfigured for an officer or a detective who never shot it. This one didn't even have holster wear, which is common with police pistols. They're carried a lot and shot a little, and therefore they are great finds when you can find them online in good condition. I don't have a lot of hammered fired pistols, so I was excited to get my hands on this one. In fact, this might be my only hammer fired pistol in my current inventory. This USP came with the standard factory 3-dot sights, nice heavy duty steel sights. One of the things that makes HK pistols so popular and well designed is this gigantic slide release. This is an actual slide release. We tend to call everything nowadays that's near our thumb a slide stop or slide release. Only if it's serrated on the top like this is it actually designed to release the slide, but of course can be pushed up from underneath to stop the slide as well. One of the things that first on the market with was a rail down here to attach a light or laser to the dust cover of a polymer pistol. In the early 90s, this really hadn't been done before. The problem with this is HK has their own proprietary rail. You'll note that this is not a Picatinny rail. Being that it's not a Picatinny rail, your standard lights, lasers, and other devices that clamp onto all of our pistols nowadays will not fit on this rail system. Now there's companies out there that make a little adapter that fits down in that slot. Solves this problem for me. I don't have any plans to put a light on this gun anyway, so I'm probably just going to leave it as is. Of course, the USP includes the very famous, well-recognized HK magazine release here on the back of the trigger guard instead of a button on the side of the grip. That was a fun little walk around on this pistol, but how about we get out there and put some rounds downrange? I'm going to try the first shot double action, and every shot after that as single action. Nice heavy trigger pull on the first round, and then I'll trigger pull each round after that. I'm okay with that for 7 yards. It's not my most accurate pistol, but this is the third magazine I've fired out of this pistol. And I've never owned anything quite the same. Very comfortable shooting pistol though. Very easy on the hands with that 45 round. Okay, double action, first pull. Oh, come out and play. Come on out. Well, this is going to be tough to solve. Let's go ahead and give our good guy one. See if we can shake him loose. Nothing? Well, that was a mixed bag. Old beat up police range steel doesn't always work the way you want it to. Okay, I want to try something out here. I'm at the range table. I'm cleaning up here from my department range. I have the HK USP45. I happen to have 2 more magazines left of standard old 230 grain hardball. 2 magazines left. I'm going to swivel you guys around here. I'm on a 50-yard range. The steel hostage taker target there is at the 25-yard mark, halfway down. This is a 45 and one I'm not too familiar with yet, but why not have a little fun and see if we can't get a headshot on that hostage taker. That would be the white plate next to the black head. I don't even know if I can hit the steel from here, let alone the white plate. All right, on the white hostage taker. Holy Lord. That's 25 yards. Let me see if I can get him again from the other side. Probably can't because he's hiding on the left. Oh, just a bit outside. There we go. Starting to get the feel for this guy now. Also kind of jittery. I've been out here shooting all day long. Those of you who shoot know that the longer you work at it, you become tired and things aren't quite as easy to do as they were in the early morning. But I'm hitting some headshots at 25 yards. I am not too disappointed with that. All right, so there it is. A very quick review of the HK USP45 pistol I've always wanted, sort of the holy grail of my handgun collection. And finally, 25 years later, I'm able to pick one up. I appreciate you guys sticking with me on this very quick little review. Please give the video a thumbs up, and if you already have not done so, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. You can find a link to my Patreon account in the description section below. I would appreciate any support you guys can give. Until next video, OG out.